Very good.
Today we're going to go over this bag right here.
What you got there?
Yeah, it's just a bag.
Real interesting.
Okay, thank you. Alright, let's get to taking a picture of this thing and come up with some ideas before we get the paint out. I like to start my battle process with taking a photo on Procreate, throwing my picture in there, and giving it a quick sketch. This lets me have an idea of what I'm actually going to paint, and I can plan to get ready for my supplies, everything else I need. So here we got to check out, make sure we got the right weaponry to tackle this thing. I never know which brushes I'm going to like or use. Using a bunch of different leather paints. I believe these are all Angelus. They all work great. They're all acrylic, so it's a very slow process. Anyway, we got to prep the bag. Comes with some nice leather prep. So we prep the bag, get all our paints ready, and then go to town. I am always unorthodox in the way I like to paint, as I really love starting with black. I think it does something for my mental process to just see the good hard outlines and love what I'm doing before I even add color. The general painting process is always kind of like a light to dark scenario. I think just my graffiti background and the guys I learned from, it was always paint those hard black lines first and then go back in, fix anything you want, add your colors, do your cutbacks. It's a lot different when we're painting on apparel or bags like this and using acrylic paint. It's not necessarily the best method. You gotta love what you do, and that's how my brain works. It really appreciates getting those lines done first. Then we can come in with some color, start really going to town, making this thing look awesome. So again, I'm just basing this whole thing off the sketch I did. My goal was to do something that wasn't going to be wildly time consuming. Kind of dialing back my designs so it's a little more simple for the general public. I tend to get too detailed and crazy. Now it's just important to switch up everything and make sure you're doing things you enjoy. Like I said, the acrylic process is very, very slow, so it's always fun to do here and there. Gotta love doing some paint splatters. It's always the best thing. I'm such a fan of drips and splatters that occasionally takes over my artwork. But my goal is less of that, more simplistic. Let's get to a basic color palette, really get these happy trees in there. Always my goal. The painting process is such a mental battle. I mean, you just are locked in for hours on end to make beautiful things, and I think the hardest person to please is always myself. My whole goal with art is strictly creating things I actually enjoy and like, which is actually a very difficult process. Artists are always their biggest critics, which I understand because there's so much cool art out there in the world, and you don't want your art to be subpar ever, no matter what it is. So my goal is always creating something I really enjoy, that I like. Selling it's always kind of the part I don't focus on. I'll definitely have art show coming up, and I'm gonna have a bunch of these cool bags I've painted, maybe some coats, hats, other stuff, but I really enjoy painting on the bags. Something about having a dope bag to carry all your stuff in, just nothing's better than that. So every time I end up doing a commission bag like this or something like that, I always get to hear from the people who receive them just of how many awesome compliments they get, and it's always a cool feeling knowing you have something that no one else can have, kind of no matter what. Get this matte clear coat going. And this will be our final process on this video and for this bag. Again, I hope you dig watching this whole video. Let's go ahead and clear coat this and see how the final product turns out. Well, I really think the bag turned out spectacular. Like I said, make sure and follow, see what I'm up to, where I'm going to actually sell these bags. Thanks for coming with me on this journey. Pager.one, I'll be back again. Later.